How to get winning product ideas and spy on your competitors. So, what is the big mistake? Most people do shit tier market research. They don't know what's actually being sold in their niche. They don't know what people are selling successfully. And let me tell you, that is pretty much the most important thing you could possibly know is what is selling right now. It's not rocket science. You just want to know what's being sold and get an approximate idea for how well it's being sold. And then there's a few other things you want to know as well. Several, quite a few things, I should say. But the main thing to know is what are people doing successfully right now? And guess what? You can basically copy that and paste it to what you're doing. And I'm not saying you're copying all of their content. I'm not saying you're copying everything they do by any means. You're still using your own unique message and your own unique method. But otherwise, you're taking what other people are doing and you just apply it to you. And then you kind of synthesize that and you get your six-figure business model like we mentioned before. Um, Remember, one reason I'm here is to help guide you and personalize things for your own model. So it's not quite as simple as just taking everybody's product ideas and applying it to your own. And I'm not, like I said, you're not copy pasting exactly, but in terms of the offers, in many ways you are. So anyway, so I'm here to help you with synthesizing all that and getting your being as successful as you possibly can be as quickly as possible. Anyway, so you got to know what's being sold today, and you basically want to reverse engineer it. So one thing I like to tell people, and this is true not just about business but life, most of the problems you have today, I should say all of the problems that you have today, somebody else has had before. In fact, probably millions and millions of people. So find out how the people who are much more successful than you solve those problems. Now, it's very true about business. You know, vast majority of the time, 99.9% of the time, someone is making money doing what you're trying to sell or something very similar to what you're trying to sell, and you just want to see how it's being done. So you just want to replicate what they're doing and do at least one thing differently or better. At least one thing that's important to your audience differently or better. And you'll find out what they care about, remember, by doing the market research and figuring out what their pain points are. You're not going to have a shortage for ideas once you get the ball rolling. So as for that one thing and what it is, it could be a different market, different unique selling point, different messaging, different you in the sense that you're a different person, so you have a different appeal to different people or something else. All right, so here's the super simple method to finding winning offers to apply to your own business. Find 3 to 5 big influencers in your niche minimum and study the hell out of them. Follow them, subscribe to the email list, and ideally buy at least some of their products so you know what their products are like, how they upsell you into a higher ticket offer, and so on. The number one thing that you're really trying to copy is the offer structure over anything else, while you also get a great feel for the messaging, etc. We'll talk more in the next slide. So, someone could find me and say, oh, Sean is charging $1,000 or $3,000 for this program or whatever I end up charging, for anybody new coming in. And, they get an idea of what the program structure is. They say, all right, well, I can do that. Maybe they'll do that for a different niche, or maybe they'll do it for the make money online niche and, do something very similar. So, that's just what they would find if they were following me. That, they would look at what I was doing. They would look at how I talk about my program. What are other people saying about my program? Someone doing that to me and just basically ripping my offer. They do the same thing, and it wouldn't really hurt me in any real way. I mean, maybe if it's someone from Twitter doing the exact same thing, and that person's well known, it's a well-known Twitter guru doing the exact same thing. It could take a few sales from me in some cases, but overall, people have their reasons for following you versus anybody else. And sometimes if they're following both, it just comes down to the offer. If they like me and they like somebody else, it just comes down to the offer and the timing and stuff like that. But generally speaking, if someone rips this, or if you rip this model, go for it. Seriously. So it is what it is. Ultimately, I got to have the abundance mentality anyway. So anyway, aside from that tangent, and same to you about the abundance mentality. But like I said, aside from that tangent, Take all this and report to me what you see winning, and let's come up with a game plan. So I'm not saying rip 10 different offers from 3 different influencers. Let's build something that works for you, and you know what's working for those influencers, and you have a few really good ideas to put in your own funnel. So here's what you want to know. What do their offers look like? What do their funnels look like? So in other words, their offer, how does one offer lead into another, lead into another, lead into another? What's their highest ticket offer? What's the most expensive thing they sell? What's the cheapest? What do the promotions look like when they promote these products? Sign up for their email list. Is pretty much, as long as they're doing email marketing, which they should be if they have any idea what they're doing. The email list is how you're going to find out what they're doing all the time, right? Same reason somebody would sign up for your email list. What does their content look like? How is it structured? See the content cash flow course for more on that. What pain points do they play on? Do they advertise? That's a good thing to know. Are they advertising with Facebook or anything else? What are the general characteristics of their audience? What does their audience say about them? Do they say good things? Is there anything that they bitch about a lot? What things do they say about them? And you want to know anything else that stands out, something about their style that stands out, something about the way they sold an offer stand out to you. You just want to know these things. So another hot method that works is to, and we'll talk about this later, but go into a digital product platform like Gumroad and just search your niche and just see what other products are selling right now. So if I want to know cooking, I want to know fitness, whatever, I want to see what products are selling right now. And that will give me some people to follow just off that, especially if I see something that has a lot of ratings. It's usually how you know, 5 stars, has like 55-star reviews or something like that, or 100 or whatever. It's selling fairly well, right? So that's another great thing to do. And what you can do from that is find out who that person is. You can Google them and follow them, see where they're getting the traffic, and see what their offers look like. Okay, so like I said, a well-known digital product platform is Gumroad. So let's go and let's find what people are selling on Gumroad. Now, obviously, not everybody's selling shit on Gumroad, but at least I can get an idea for what's being sold there, and that's a very common place where people buy shit. So we can start with there. So I did type in gumroad.com/discover because that's how you find new shit, and I'm gonna type in ecom, right? So here I see a few things. One is by Jay Deere, which I already know who he is. That's Wiz of Ecom on Twitter. But I'm also seeing this guy, Dantes Akram. Let's see who else I see. A lot of guys I know from Twitter here. Mark's actually in our group. Wiz of Ecom, Jay Deere, Assad. Man, everybody, I swear, it's probably giving me people that I already know for a reason. Now I see stuff by Ecom King. It's kind of funny because most of these people who seem to have the highest ratings, at least here, are all people I know from Twitter. And a lot of it is because Twitter, I think, is a very popular platform in Gumroad. So anyway, I find Dantes Akram, and I see quite a few of these courses that he's got have a lot of ratings. So that tells me he's doing pretty well here. Zero to Hero Ecom Care Package. Let's see what we got. $50. Looks like it has almost entirely 5-star reviews. So learn everything about ecom, blah, blah, blah. It's basic copy. Tells you what the primary benefit is right here. 3 full courses, what you get. Yeah, he's got some decent bullet point copy here. Talks about who he is, what's his background. Oftentimes a lot of people look just at the reviews and see that everybody has really good ratings, and that'll sell it itself. Okay, so now I know a few things about what he's selling. I mean, I could do this with all his shit. I'm not going to do all that in this video, but gets you an idea what they're selling. Okay, so I Googled him, and I actually found that he's on Twitter. I've never heard of him, but it looks like 38 people I know are all following him. So let's see. Doesn't look like he's big on. Oh no, never mind. 1 hour here. 1 hour. Okay, so he does post quite a bit on Twitter. All right. So he's selling on Twitter, but one thing I did find is that he's also on Instagram, and he's got 62.5K followers. So this is good to know if I want to sell an ecom product. I mean, there's a lot of people selling ecom products, so You could just type in ecom on Twitter, ecom on YouTube, and just find these people and see what they're doing. His audience, it looks like he's got a very, very, very good engagement. He's posting a few things about his personal life on Instagram. So, Cyber Monday sale. Yeah, you can see all this. You can just study this guy, see what you want to find out. And, find where his email list is. Linktree, recession proof bundle. Looks like a lot of stuff goes to Gumroad here. How to invest in the stock market, how to travel for cheap. So you can see he's not just talking about ecom. No time zone. Yeah, ultimate flipping guide. I don't know what that is. Ultimate travels guide. I guess it's stock market gems. Oh, maybe he's Chris Johnson's buddy. All right. But yeah, this is just how you find out what someone's doing. Um, you could buy one of these courses and then just see what happens to your email inbox. See what he sends to you. Go from there. And that's just how you study people. It's easy to find people. It's easy to study them, and that's just one way to do it. Okay, so I did a search for cooking on YouTube. This is just another way to find people, and you can easily do the exact same thing on Twitter. Just type in cooking and see who's there. This is YouTube. I see Sam the cooking guy. What do I see here? He's got an intro video like pretty much anybody who's serious. He's got 2.4, 2.39 million followers. And he gets a lot of views here, which is important. So you can tell, his most recent videos all getting a lot of views. Sometimes people have older audiences and their new stuff doesn't get nearly as much engagement. So he obviously knows what he's doing from a content perspective when it comes to YouTube. So one way I like to see how they're selling is looking at this. I'll go to the video, and this is just YouTube. I'll see what he's selling here. So looks like he's selling a lot of, largely going the e-commerce route here. Let's see, connect my website. He's all over the place. Shop, make America cook again. Fat means flavor. I'm trying to see if he has any kind of like private coaching group on how to fucking cook. It's got cookbooks, so I don't see it yet. So he's got a knife here. Get one before it's gone. Oh, that's professional. He's using a Shopify store here that doesn't have a what's it called? Any products here. That's what the fuck? Why would he do that? All he needs to do is delete this block right here. How ridiculous. Seeds for charity. Yeah, so got a knife here, some shit. No, you don't need to do this if you're cooking. This is probably a more he's been around for a while. He probably promotes this in his content. We could look that up if we want to. Oh, how convenient. It says it right there. Okay. So, get an idea for his content. You're in the cooking niche. Get an idea for his fucking content. See what this dude's all about. What does he teach you how to do? How can you do something similar? How can you put out stuff like this if you want to go the video route or the YouTube route? And how can you put in your own 2 cents? All these YouTube guys, they always ask, the smart ones ask their audience what they want them to do. There's several reasons for that. And one is the algorithm. If they get a lot of engagement on the video, it gets higher ranked on the search engine, but it also gives them an idea for content. So, just go that route, basically. And I don't see what this guy's, I feel like he doesn't have a coaching group or something like that, which is really what I want to know. But just study this shit right here. He's got cooking books, but you can find a whole bunch of guys like him and see the ones that are monetizing the best. I'm sure he's making good money because he has a big audience and he's selling quite a few things, so I'm sure he's doing well. But a nice cooking group like this, except for cooking, maybe would be a good thing for him to do. But anyway, so find a whole bunch of guys like this and see who's doing a real good funnel and go from there. All right, so another thing I did was look up cooks on Google, and I found Gordon Ramsay, who I'm sure is famous. I'm pretty sure I've heard the name before. And I can see this right here. He's got a landing page going on. He definitely paid for it. It says it's $15 a month for a cooking group. Hopefully, he has some kind of upsell. I don't know, but if I was interested in creating some kind of like lower price membership option, I'd probably study this, study some other models, and see what we can do. So yeah, it's a good idea to look at guys like this as well. Obviously, you just want to get an idea for what's selling in your niche, and oftentimes you want to subscribe, find their email list, shit like that. So I'm seeing more courses on cooking right here. This is a site called Cozy Meal Cooking Classes. I mean, they don't look too expensive. I did find this online cooking tutors at an affordable price. So this tells me, 60 bucks an hour, $40 an hour. They might not have online audiences. Their platform is this Wizan site, which I've never heard of. But it tells me that people are teaching cooking online. So, like I said, I would say, like, if I'm in a cooking niche, probably some kind of cooking group, and you sell them on the angle uh, of, like, you're getting real time feedback and you're learning each month, and teach them how to cook healthy meals for the month, and they're just kind of figuring out what they want from you. And I mean, create even a lower cost group the first month, make it really good, just get the feedback, build from there. Very doable. I have not seen it so far from my searching, but if I search hard enough, I'd probably find one. And even if it hasn't been done, doesn't mean I can't be the first to do it. Not really that hard. So anyway, so that's really what I'm looking for here. And another thing is really just looking at going back to Sam, the cooking guy. Let's look at his feedback. Let's see what people say about it. How engaged, interactive are they with it? Mayonnaise only grilled cheese changed my life some years ago. Do 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 do. Yeah, what do they know him for? So he probably says don't be cheap a lot. I'm not doing a super long video on these guys. You can study these guys for yourself or whoever's in your niche. Hmm. Well, anyway, so I would search for stuff like this and see what people are saying about what they learned from them and the challenges and stuff like that. You also get an idea of the jokes that they crack. What do they know them for, stuff like that. It's all part of what you're looking for here. Just so you know what people say about the cooking niche, and if you're doing cooking yourself, in many ways, following the content model, following some kind of funnel with the offers that you see others making, except with your own spin. Like for instance, maybe you're going the route of all healthy meals all around. I don't know, just your own style. I mean, even if you take the same angle as someone else, you also excuse me, you are your own unique angle as well. So yeah. Anyway, so that's just what I'm looking at from this research. Find these guys, subscribe to the email list, look at their products, see what's selling, buy a few, and then kind of just conglomerate that and say, okay, I can do something like this. I can do a course like this. I can do a group like this, and then run them by me, and we'll go from there.